In this video, we're going to explore indexing and advanced slicing techniques in Pandas. We're going to use a crime report data set provided by LAPD to set indexes, reset indexes, to set multi-level indexes, and then how that is used to analyze the data, subset the data, and so forth. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to import Pandas as PD, and I'm also going to import, actually I'm not, I could import the OS module, but I think I know how to navigate it. Read CSV, I'm going to go up one directory, and I have it right here. I'm going to click here, and I'm looking for crimes all cleaned.csv. So we'll say crimes underscore all cleaned.csv. That loads, okay, and now I want to save it as df. And we have our data frame. This is our index. It's zero based just all the way up until the last row in our data set here. Let me close that. And so this just gives us a unique row identifier and keeps our data organized. We want to set custom indexes though based on the data that's here. There could be a case where you want to pull up reports by a certain date. So our first example, we will set the index, open up a new code cell. We'll say df set index, and we're going to set it to report date. And then we set the in-place parameter equal to true. And now when we run df.head to pull the first 5 rows of our data, we see that we have our report date set as the index. To reset the index, df reset index. Now this calls it, this is what it looks like. If we reset, report date gets thrown into the first column position. We'll say in place equals true. So we're back at the default, and the report date's right there. To put it in its original position, we call columns. Now I'm going to copy this, and then I'm gonna call that set. I'm gonna cut this, paste that there, so we get our original order of rows. Columns. Okay, setting multi-index. So Pandas supports hierarchical indexing, so we can set, here let's call df.head. So we can set several levels here. Let's say we want to search by area and then by the date that a crime occurred. To do that, once again we call the set index method, and we pass in area and we pass in occurred date. But actually, before I do that, I want to set my occurred date to a datetime data type. So we call PD to datetime, and then we pass the column in once again. Now I'm going to call this. I'm going to uncomment, set the index like this, and here we have it. This is our multi-index. I can't understand why it's sorting with repeats on the area, and then it sort of seems to start, it starts at 2020. I think it's because it's reading this as a string, and there's something to do with the string data, even though I've set it as a date. But the way to sort it is straightforward. Call sort index, and now it's sorting the way I want it to be sorted. So we've set this hierarchical index. And now we want to use label-based lookup. We will create a new variable here called Southwest data. And we'll say df.loc, and the first part of the loc function, the default argument, is the row level index. So I'm going to pass Southwest. And then if I call Southwest data, if I run that variable, I get all my Southwest crimes over the course of the period covered, which is from January 1st, 2010 to 2024, May 25th. Say we want a region, we want from Southwest to North Hollywood. So first, df.index with multi-index. So it starts at 77th and ends at Wilshire. Let's loc, I want southwest, to Wilshire. I need to put a colon here. And we get all the crimes from Southwest to Wilshire. Save that as a variable. I have that right there. And so say you want to go by area and by date range. So you can say date slice, df loc, pass in a tuple, start at Southwest, and then go from 2015 01 01. And so that's our first tuple. And so what happens when we pass this is it's going to give us everything for Southwest on that date. Let's just see the output for this call. Southwest neighborhood on that particular date. And then if we want to go up to a different region, (2015). So it doesn't go backwards. We start at 2015 and we end at 2015. For areas Southwest, Wilshire, and so on. It's a lot of data. Almost 200,000 rows. So that's a slice by area and by time. You can play around with this with any data frame, setting indexes, resetting indexes, and getting a feel for how Pandas sorts and organizes the data using indexes. I hope you got value from this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. It lets me know that you appreciate this content and need more like it. Any recommendations, please throw it in the comments. I will read them. Okay? Thanks so much.